So you schedule a room and you create a committee meeting and you have a brainstorm. That's a giving-related event, volunteering or philanthropy. 8% of our activities are entertainment related. Someone comes and sings, they do comedy, they dance. Entertainment related. 10% are spiritually related. Maybe a meditation group, maybe a Bible study, maybe a rosary group. 12% learning related. An elder hostel course, Rhodes Scholar, a lecture. Look how big that 20% is. Fitness. 20%, 1 out of 5 things on the master activity calendar across Erickson is fitness related. We are really growing and growing into fitness. My wife and I are 62 or better, which means we're old enough to live in this community, and we're both learning to be more physically fit, more mentally fit. It's a discovery. And some of you have been very busy. But if you move into Siena Lakes, it might be a chance to just tweak what you do every day or several times a week in order to be as good as you can be at 62 or better. Fitness is a very big part. Mental fitness, physical fitness. And look at that big piece of the pie. Leisure, 48%. That's all the games. That's pickleball, and that's bocce, and that's card games. And you know what? Every single Erickson community has different proportions to that pie. No two communities are the same. So if you look at that, that's not a script that you have to live up to. You're going to end up inventing that pie. You're going to be the master bakers with the ingredients of your life and your passion and your talents. And you are going to end up creating a signature here that's unique to Siena Lakes. Somebody might be afraid. Wait a minute, Jeff. Are you going to make Siena Lakes like the caboose in the Erickson train? The caboose behind 19 other cars, peddling yesterday's ideas? No. Siena Lakes, and this is what we typically find, every new community has a younger, more vital population, and the pioneers who move in invent something that is very original. And so what Fred is doing, and what Carrie and Stacy are doing, is they're bringing a new locomotive called Siena Lakes up along the side rail. It's going to become the new locomotive that drives Erickson into its future. You will help us invent better ways to do things. You will invent your own culture, your own original brand of Erickson living. And part of my job is to travel around and meet you and steal good ideas from you. Honestly. I'm like Johnny Appleseed with a big bag of seeds on my back. And when I get 3 or 10 good ideas from Siena Lakes, it goes in my bag, and then I go drop it in other Erickson gardens. And I literally, with the help of the staff, publish best practices from Siena Lakes so other communities can go, never thought of that. And it happens almost automatically because you bring your gifts and share them. I'll tell you a story. I'm in my first Erickson community 22 years ago. A polite woman steps up to me, sort of petite in size, not loud. She says, Jeff, do you think people would be interested in taking a medieval English course? I said, well, you know, I never thought of it. Tell me about that. I said, okay, well, I have a PhD in medieval English. And I thought some people might like to learn how to read Chaucer and Shakespeare and other middle and late English within the culture and context and linguistics of the period. I said, I think that's fascinating. She said, do you think they'll come? I don't know. It doesn't matter to worry that forward. Let's advertise. Let's schedule a room. Let's put it on the calendar. Let's see what happens. It turned out to be a really great lightning rod for smart people who wanted to plunge into literature. Before long, they were in my office reading things off the wall. I never even knew how to pronounce half that stuff, and they're giving me little lessons on spelling and pronunciation, what that means. I'm like, where'd you learn that? They said, Dr. Jane Curtis. Oh, wow, cool. Then about a year later, Jane says to me, Jeff, besides the medieval English, I'm an expert in the medieval musical instruments of the period. Oh, no kidding. She said, no, I don't kid. No, she doesn't. She said, I would love to teach the zither. I'd love to teach zither lessons here at Green Spring. I said, you have a zither? She said, yeah. You want me to bring it down to your office? I said, yeah. And she started offering zither lessons. Before long, we were having song times, being accompanied by a lot of instruments, but a bunch of zithers. Pretty fascinating. Now, could I have ever dreamt that up? Could I teach that course or those lessons? No, I couldn't. I'm one little baker in a master bakery. And I'm surrounded by people who feel like my college professors. And that's really the kind of close-knit community that we love. It's why I come home from work and my boys are now middle-aged, but over the years they say, Dad, every night you go home, you're talking about another resident. You're talking about somebody you talked to today, something you learned today. I said, yeah, it's the best part of the job. It really is the best part of the job. And so we're very dependent upon you. I don't really want to come down here and make it sound like we have it all figured out, or that we're breaking our arms, patting ourselves on the back. We're grateful for what we have, but we're committed to making it better tomorrow than it is today if you work with us. So thank you very much. Now the lady that's stepping up beside me is stepping up beside me in a dress that is a beautiful Lilly Pulitzer dress. Now we've spent a couple of weeks preparing for this, and as often as we tried to talk about content, she wanted to talk about style. So Maureen in the back is wearing a beautiful Lilly Pulitzer dress, and so we have beauty in the front, beauty in the back as bookends. And the rest of us unks just were asked to wear pink or orange or purple ties, so we didn't embarrass her. So Stacy Cool is cool, and she's awesome.
Thank you. Wow. It's nice to see so many familiar faces. I met a lot of you at our preview event in November, so I am back, and I will be back quite frequently until we get this community open. So I'm excited to see where we're headed. So this is me and my family. We just got back from Mexico. We went ziplining, which was an experience, especially for someone that doesn't like heights. You know, I had to get through that. So a little bit more about me. I'm actually from Marathon, Florida. That's where I was born. Do you guys know where that is? Assuming there's a big yes in here. Yeah, so I grew up down there for a little while and then moved up north once the schooling started. So definitely a different place to live. What?
What does north mean?
Baltimore.
Oh.
Do you consider that north?
No, I thought you meant out Miami.
Oh. That would have been been there a lot. But I am an avid runner, very into physical fitness, so being able to craft a program for you guys has been very near and dear to my heart. What do I do? I'm going to be here a lot, like I said, and I work hand in hand with Carrie. I've been actually working on this project for 3 years already, kind of getting to know you, the market, what you want in this community. So we've defined a program, all the service offerings, and the fitness program so far to meet your needs. And it's not completely baked. We will continue to refine it based on the input that I get from you guys. So we will continue to evolve it. I know you're very passionate about your fitness. We actually sent a survey out a little while ago. Did anyone here fill it out? Okay. It was sent out to, I think, how many people, Fred?
150 at the time. It was
Okay.
a few months back.
Well, survey says, these are just some of the pictures. We can be self-explanatory. We had 131 people respond, which was very informative for us because it helped us kind of refine our program even more. So out of the 131 respondents, 86% exercise on a regular basis. I can tell you that's much higher than any of our other communities. So definitely had to take that into account. 80% plus exercise 3+ times per week. Again, very high numbers. So we're sensing this is very important in your life. And then 60+% exercise between 6 and 11. And that was really important to hear because I need to make sure there's enough equipment that you guys will have during these peak times. So again, we refined and we made sure we had enough equipment to meet this demand. You guys like to walk and jog outside. We have plenty of walking paths in our community, so we've hit that. You love your cardio equipment, treadmills, bikes, strength training, ab workouts, chair yoga, I heard is pretty big. So That's definitely all in our wheelhouse already. And then the aquatic classes, the water aerobics, all the stuff that we'll be able to do in our outdoor pool. So those are some of the key results that we found so far. But we'll continue to get to know you and exactly what type of equipment you want. We don't need to order that for a while yet, but we have the space plan for it. So I guess we're all familiar with our site plan. So I wanted to take a moment to walk you through all of our wellness amenities on the campus. We'll start with the Commons building. So we've heard pickleball is very popular down here, not just here, but throughout our community. So we actually enhanced our Life Enrichment Center, and we're adding an indoor pickleball court in that room as well, so it can be used for multi-purpose. That's just a start. If it becomes really popular, we can look at other options for that, but it'll give you the opportunity to have pickleball. It's not near any units, so you should be able to keep the noise down, so it'll be a nice place for you. Around the ring road here, this is our lazy river. It spans the entire campus, and there'll be different access points for you to get on your rafts to go around the river.
You say that all.
I'm just kidding. River. So just so you know, the other two groups were like, oh yeah, like I really want a lazy river, but could you imagine? That would be pretty interesting, right? Yeah, we're not doing the lazy river, so sorry. The gentleman up here really disappointed. We also have a courtyard that has 2 bocce ball courts and a putting green, so that'll be fun too. And then our pool, we decided against the high dive and the water slide. So I'm sorry, there was 2 gentlemen that really wanted to do triple lindies and stuff, but we're not going to do that. The pool's not deep enough. So now I wanted to kind of walk you through what the wellness center area is going to look like. Also, before I move there, this area right here is also an outdoor fitness area where we can do outdoor yoga, stretching, different types of classes. So there'll be lots of different options. Let's see. All right, so don't make fun of my drawing. We don't have one yet, so I kind of put this together just to kind of give you a sense. You can get into the space in many ways, either through your resident buildings, which are here and up here, and then outside through the pool. So if we come in through the pool, you'll immediately hit a men's and women's restroom, which is meant to go in so you guys can change. You don't have to walk through the whole building, so it's very convenient to the pool. The fitness center is this building right here, area right here. We actually, there were offices in that area. We actually got rid of them to expand the fitness center, so it is a little bit bigger now, and it overlooks the pool as well, so that'll be a nice backdrop when you're working out. Then you walk through, and this is our wellness lounge. Hello? Okay. And there'll be chairs, water. It's just a nice area to relax before or after you work out. And then we have the men's and women's locker room right in the lounge as well. At the end of the hallway, we have a group fitness room. I've heard a lot, you want to do yoga, you want to spin, you want to chair yoga. We don't know what we're going to do there yet. I'd like to get feedback from you guys as to what kind of programs you want to have in that space. That also leads to an outdoor veranda where we have additional space for other equipment or activity area. So lots of different places to do fitness. We also have the salon and spa that'll have massage, hair, nails, pretty much anything you need when you want to beautify yourself or relax. So that'll be exciting. And then you've already heard about the dining, but it's all right here, co-located as well. So let me turn to the next slide. So when I think of the wellness program, I think it includes all of these different options. One thing we didn't talk about is personal training. Every resident will come in and meet with our fitness director and get a profile done. So it can accommodate people that want to add more fitness to their life, that are already hardcore fitness workout people. We can come up with a schedule that will meet everyone's needs. And then we have talked about everything else. There'll definitely be some fitness clubs formed, like Jeff was talking about, walking clubs, golf clubs, pickleball clubs. So that's definitely a way to meet people and add more fitness to your life. So without that, I'm going to switch it over to Fred, and we can start the Q&A session.
Thank you very much, Stacy.
I don't know about any of you. I don't know about